Hey guys, it's Red once again, and well, this is interesting. The original owner of the channel sent me a package containing these 6 figures, which according to the note that came with them are all Chinasaurs. I'm not entirely sure what a Chinasaur is. Let me check my notes here. A usually poorly produced figure of a dinosaur that usually has Made in China stamped on it somewhere. Interesting. Anyways, he claims to have gotten these from the Cabazon Dinosaurs, which is a kind of tourist trap-ish thing over in Cabazon, north on California. And he managed to find these at the gift shop there. All 6 of them were packaged together, so he didn't need to buy multiple sets to get these guys. But he found all 6 of them and sent them to me. I don't know where he sent them from, but he definitely sent them to me, and I'm going to be taking a look at them. I guess we'll start with this fellow back here, which is something that I have noticed in the little time I've had with these guys is that they do not like to stand up very well. This, however, is clearly intended to be an Iguanadon. It even has the colors of the Walking with Dinosaurs Iguanadon, which is a pretty common color scheme you see on Iguanodon figures nowadays. All these figures are articulated, but the articulation on them is exceptionally stiff in certain places. Like the arm here doesn't like moving very much. This arm is a little less stiff. The legs can move a little bit. Head is, well, it's on a joint, but it's on an exceptionally stiff joint that I'm not going to mess with because out of fear of breaking this. And the tail is also able to be moved if you so desire. This one's not too bad of this set. All things considered, this is a decent little Chinasaur figure, but there is one thing that that this guy and all the others have was a problem. A cheap money-saving measure of visible screw holes. Although on this guy there aren't that many, so this one's one of the more tolerable ones of this bunch. Well, moving him to the side. Next up is this dope Corythosaurus here, who really does not like to stand up. I have managed to get him to stand, but he is prone to toppling right over. You might also notice that this one's already broken. That was just from me getting it out of the packaging. Me attempting to get this out of the package, the tail snapped a little bit, which means this guy's already broken. You might also notice this one looks very similar to the DK Dorling Kindersley Corythosaurus model that was used for a while. It's not in the same color as that model, but it looks very similar. Posability on it is once again pretty decent, but because of how top-heavy this specific figure is, you're not really going to want to pose him too much. Also, each of these little double sets of figures comes with a little accessory, and these guys came with this tree that looks like it's been burnt to a crisp. That's just lovely. And it doesn't want to stay up either. Jeez. Next up, I'm just gonna get this one out of the way because it is by far the worst figure in this bunch. Is this sad excuse for a Velociraptor? More specifically, if anyone is familiar with the Jurassic Park Velociraptor figures, you will recognize this as the JP3 Alpha Raptor, and this is the only way I can get it to actually stand, so it's going to have to sit back like this, like a dog begging for a treat. Yeah, this isn't a very good figure. Like, not in the slightest. I mean, the original figure this is very clearly ripped off from was not very good in the first place, and this is just even worse, because at least the original figure could, from what I gather, could stand up, not this guy. Unless I'm just missing something. Oh, and the original one I don't think had visible screw holes all over its body. That's just ugly. Oh, and the original could also make noise, which this one cannot. And no, the jaw can't even close. So it is permanently stuck open in this sort of snarl, which is a shame. Next up, we have this Sukamimus. Once again, very clearly based on the Dorling Kindersley model. If I could get him to stand. This is the other one that has a lot of problems. standing up. But this one doesn't actually look too bad for the most part, although its tail is really, really stumpy. This one even has an opening mouth, and the joint on that mouth actually doesn't even feel that unstable. So, yeah, not too bad, honestly. Not the worst of this set. Moving him to the side, the accessory that these two came with was this little cave here. By the way, some of these accessories do require assembly, and they don't stick together particularly well, as you can see with that one. Next up, we have another Dorling Kindersley ripoff, this Giganotosaurus. Not too bad, all things considered, although it is a little dated, but it's not awful looking, considering DK's dinosaurs tended to be decent looking. And this Giganotosaurus model actually still saw some use pretty recently. So this one's not too bad, though the visible screw holes once again do kind of break the fun you can have with this. But not a bad looking figure, actually. Not for a Chinasaur, they could have done a lot worse. And finally, we have this Pachycephalosaurus here with a very weird curvy tail, but other than that, it doesn't look too awful. And of the figures in this set, it is the one that I can't tell if it's ripped off from something. The color scheme looks familiar, but I can't tell if this is intended to be a direct rip-off slash directly based on something. So this one wins out on sheer originality of the set. There's also this final accessory, which is this little nest that they didn't even bother to paint the eggs inside of, which is lazy, but okay. Overall, these guys, for Chinasaurs, you could do a whole lot worse. But should you buy these guys? Probably not. So yeah, once the creator sends me something else, we'll see you guys next time.